2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, I'm pleased to be covering this featured group. We've got a fresh rivalry developing between these two players as well, so that should provide some great entertainment to the spectators this week.
Well, this week, Henny, it looks like they're intending to beat the big-hitting Brooke Henderson. She might be a kind Canadian, but certainly a fierce rival.
Yeah, she's not going to say sorry. Just make sure you don't look in her trophy cabinet beforehand because you might get intimidated. There's some big major championships in there. Brooke Henderson, speaking of big, hits it big, got big game, and is just so lovely on top of it all. I almost don't want her to be beaten.
Yes, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one if you can win will certainly build your confidence. Playing from around 190 yards out. Whoa, down there, horsey. Well, it looks like they tried to be bold there, Rich, but it didn't quite work out for them.
Yeah, it took a bit too much club on that one.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. "18 feet to the cup."
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Ooh, right by the hole. Putting for par. And that's an opening hole par for this player.
That's a rock solid par right there.
He's currently tied for 8th. We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Wow, very aggressive play on this approach, putting some pressure on their rival Brooke Henderson.
Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet. Looking good. And down it goes. Currently 1 under for the day.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the 3rd hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
I can see the 125-yard marker just nearby.
This is looking pretty good in the air. Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can 2-putt that for sure.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here. This one's looking good.
The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies. Back-to-back birdies never hurt Rich.
Gotta like it. He's feeling it.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She had a bad previous hole, came off with bogey.
Here's Brooke Henderson's next shot. Wow, what a save.
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf.
Gotta like their chances from there.
A birdie putt awaits.
Surely it's going to.
Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Looks like they've got the 5-wood. That's not the shot they're after.
Looking for the draw, but not finding it.
Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Rich, Canadian golf has had a number of people to be able to hang their hat on over the years. Obviously, most recent on the men's side, Mike Weir is a major winner. But the impact that Brooke Henderson has had on the game seems to have been even more significant.
It has been, and she doesn't carry the mantle just for women's golf in Canada. She carries the mantle for Canadian golf in general. She's such an amazing, delightful young lady to be around. Her personality is infectious. She's just a good soul. And she carries that around to the golf course. I mean, 2-time major winner. But what I'm impressed about most with her game, Luke, is the fact that, you know, she is such a long hitter in the game. You don't quite see too many women in the game right now that they don't talk about hitting it long like we do in the men's game. But make no bones about it, she hits it a long way out there. That gives her a massive advantage over some of the other players, and that's why she is such a prolific winner on the LPGA.
The 6th hole here at Riviera is very unique, isn't it, Rich?
Who puts a bunker in the center of the green? No one else except for the folks at Riviera Country Club. I love this hole.
Opting for the 5-iron. And he's safely on the green. Still a fair way away from the hole here. Time to make a long putt.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? An opportunity here to move into a tie for first. And well holed. Let's move on. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Ah, what a shot from the bunker. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
And he's down there. You got to read.
Setting up this putt 15 feet from the cup. Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose your own adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flagstick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flagstick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
Looking really good.
That's a long-range bomb, and with it, puts extra strain on the person chasing behind them. Well, I think that warrants another look. Let's see that again.
Now this is how you putt. Take another look at this.
What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's 1 stroke behind her rival in this event.
Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right distance?
Oh, it's in the hole, and for birdie. Oh, here she goes, marching up the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. That's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that's a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Oh, that's well played, and a chance for birdie here at the 9th. And here we are with the 3rd shot. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's got momentum now, just birdied the last hole.
Look at the line on this one. Get in the hole. This putt coming up is for birdie. That's pretty tidy. That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field. And that will take him to 6 under. Well, this is when the knees start to knock. The sweat starts to appear on the palms of your hands, Rich. Just a slender lead with 9 to play.
Yeah, but I like the position. I like being out in front. It forces the other players to come catch you. I like their position.
Second shot here at the 10th.
Yikes!
That was dialed in. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
Yep, tracking nicely.
A well hold. He'll take the birdie. And that will take him to 7 under. And with that hole finished, they're currently sitting in top spot on the leaderboard. Lexi Thompson holds second. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Nicely done. Getting ready to play their third. Now a 3-shot lead over the field. From the sand, they able to get up and down? How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. A chance to save the par if he can make this one. If it's up, it could be in. Oh, he's up, Tiger. Bogey putt coming up here. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey. And this putt to move into third place.
Surely it's going to.
Not sure if they understood the lie of the land there, Rich. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
A wonderful shot and a birdie opportunity coming up at the 12th.
Full of confidence as well with their putter. Gotta like their chances.
A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson.
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. Didn't that look good for a long time? And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. Rich, the 13th hole, slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. It's on a good line. Super shot that. That's a momentum maker, isn't it?
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Now 4 shots up after that hole. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
4 left.
Well, that's beautifully judged. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
This is downhill, can't be too bold. Oh, that was such a good stroke.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Setting up here with a very long putt.
She's got a nice look at par here.
Okay, steady now. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage. The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4. Although, if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
That's a great shot here at the 15th and sets up a look for birdie. Good looking putt. And yet another putt drops, so now 10 under par heading down the stretch.
Ooh, that is some pretty good breathing room. Out in front by a bunch.
He's currently sitting in first place.
3 holes remaining, Luke. This is getting awfully fun.
The 16th at Riviera, Rich, is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
Well, you're a ball striker, there's no doubt about that.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
And she's holed it. Absolutely magnificent.
Oh, this one out of a smelly spot on the golf course, but no bother for this player.
Looking good so far.
And that's for birdie. Well holed. Glancing at the scoreboard, and they're currently sitting in first place. Lexi Thompson holds second.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
The last genuine scoring hole at Riviera is certainly this par 5 17th.
Any hopes of getting it home in 2, you better come up with something special off the tee and make sure to avoid the bunker on the right-hand side.
Nicely done. Well played, mate. And here we are with the third shot. Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent. What an opportunity to make a birdie. That's frustrating. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400+ attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome looking second.
Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
Going with the 5-iron here. That was a top effort, that one. So close to going down. That's a lovely shot here at the 18th and a chance for birdie at the last.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
This putt for him to win the event. Well, a spectacular week comes to a close. Congratulations to the Genesis Invitational winner, Riviera, the home of your champion.
It was a Hollywood ending for this winner. What a performance all week long.
And Henny, it goes without saying that this player dominated their rival today.
Yes, Luke, no one could catch this player, let alone their rival.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.